See, your skin is also very different on your target area. If you look, you have a little more.
I've been getting to the money. Everybody mad. I think I'm getting to.
What's up, friends? What's up, dolls, divas? Get your snack because we are gonna do story time. Yes, I am gonna tell you guys about the first time I ever did cool sculpting / tummy tightening. And I'm outside and like I'm like glowing right now. Hold on, let me turn my aperture down. See, y'all, like I'm using big words and stuff. My aperture down. Ow. Anyway, so yes, as you all may know, I, DieshaShakela, am a whole mommy of 3 kids. And when you have kids, they really jack your stomach up. I mean, luckily I did not get stretch marks, so I have no stretch marks, but I got like just fat, like stubborn belly fat, and like on certain parts it's like the skin was a little loose, like not like saggy. Like I've seen people, I watched my 600-pound life and like the skin gets super loose and saggy. It wasn't that bad. It was like, you know, a little bit, and I was like, yo, I gotta fix it. Like I want a bikini bod. I want to go in there and, you know, get right. So you know, I'm cheap because I'm a mommy. So I found this coupon on a Groupon, and that's where everything went left. Let me tell you, I thought I was saving money because I found a hell of a deal at this chiropractic office that was offering tummy tightening and cool sculpting. The first thing that I feel like, my first warning was a chiropractic practice. Like, they don't specialize in aesthetic stuff. Like it wasn't like a dermatologist. Like they did chiropractic work. So that was my first clue, but I was so determined to get it done. I was like, okay, I'm still gonna do it. And so I signed up for 5 treatments, and I think all 5 treatments were only like $300. And to me, this was an amazing deal because I had looked at Sona Med Spa, I had looked at Ideal Image, like I had looked at places like this, and the prices for cool sculpting and tummy tightening, skin tightening, whatever you want to call it, it was like thousands. So I was like, 300, yes, sign me up. Man, I get there, and the lady that was doing my stuff, the first thing she told me was, do not expect good results. I was like, don't expect good results. Like, that's the first thing you say to me when I come in here, not to expect anything. I was like, oh, okay. You know, maybe she's trying to gauge my idea of what I want, which with reality, you know, okay. So then she looked at my skin and she was like, oh, okay, you only need a little bit, so it should do wonders on you. So as she's doing it, it's like very, very hot. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like super hot. It's like burning me. I was like, is this supposed to burn? And she was like, yes, the hotter the better. It's not gonna do anything if it doesn't get super hot.
See, your skin is also very different on your target area. If you look, you have a little more obviously sagging skin here, a little more subcutaneous skin, so it's thicker. Whereas here, it's thinner. So even if it's the same degree of heat here, you're going to still feel it more on your upper torso because it's thinner.
Got it. Okay.
So again, on my Caucasian patients as well as my my Latina patients and my African American patients, it's always the same thing. When we go high and hot to try to like lift that skin, sometimes they'll get little pink, it's called heat rash.
Okay.
Heat bumps.
Gotcha.
And it just dissipates. Do you ever use lotion on your body? So just coconut butter.
Okay.
Or even, do you have coconut oil? There you go. Who doesn't have coconut oil now?
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. I go home and there's literally like burn spots on me, like dark burn spots, like somebody had took a lighter or what do you call a cigarette and just like dabbed on me. I was like, okay, so my next session, I go back, I'm like, hey, look, do you see anything? Is this normal? She was like, oh yes, this is totally normal, it's going to heal, don't worry. I'm like, oh, okay, this is normal. So I go back, it's burning again, like the skin tightening part was burning. The cool sculpting part, I didn't really notice anything or feel anything. So I was like, okay, that's cool. This is my stomach. I get more spots, and each session you can only do one session a week. So the next session I get more burn spots and I'm not seeing that drastic of a change. And she was like, you're not gonna see it. We took a before picture and we took an after picture so that I could like gauge my results. And at this point I'm not seeing anything major, but I'm like, she's like, don't worry, you'll see it. We got a few sessions to go. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. The third session, I guess she was having a bad day. She was not there. They only had one lady that did this at this clinic. Like everybody else did chiropractic work. She was the only one that could do this. So there was like, I guess they told me when I got there, her car broke down. She had no way to work. She wasn't feeling well, but she was gonna come in anyway. I waited 2 hours. She never showed up. So I go home. They're like, you know what? We'll give you a free session. I was like, okay, an extra session for free because she didn't show. The next time I came, she was so upset that they had given me a free session. Like, she started talking about how people need to stop giving Donald Trump hell, how he's a great president, and how black people don't respect him, don't know him, have not given him the chance, and how it's not okay to be gay in the first place. So gays need not worry about him and what he does because he's a good man who has everybody's best interest at heart. And how her son is in the military and how he's protecting military families. And I think at this time there was a story that had came out about, I guess there was a miscommunication between a military mom and her son, or she had lost a son in war. It was some kind of thing. She started talking about that and everything. She had so many things to say about African American people, and she was a white blonde lady with blue eyes. I have video footage, so wait for it. Wait for it. Like, I kid you not, I recorded it. She had no idea I was recording. So, I was recording because I wanted to like share my experience on YouTube, and it just so happened we got a piece of this conversation. Yo. I was always taught that 1, you don't talk politics, 2, you don't talk money, religion, or anything that could cause a stir in the workplace. So at this point, I'm like, Diesha, don't engage. Do not engage. Because I felt like she thought, okay, of course I'm black. And I felt like all her statements, she wanted to trigger something. But I do this, lady. Like, you know, I'm a people person. I work around a lot of people, and I have friends that are Donald Trump supporters. I have friends that were Hillary Trump supporters. I have friends that are, you know, they don't even like the government at all. So I'm always around such contradicting views. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Like, I'm not offended. And I think me not being offended surprised her. Because she was trying. She was like, black people, they need to help themselves, and black people, they need not be lazy, and black people. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, what did I get myself into? And so, honestly, I went home. I'm not gonna lie, I was upset. I was like, why am I going back? I got burn marks on my damn stomach. I'm not seeing any change. Like, and then the next session, guys, she apologizes for everything she said the previous session. She tells me that they have shitty ass equipment, and the equipment being used on me is probably not going to result to any change because it's cheap. Yeah. I'm like, oh my god. Oh wow. This is what I get for finding coupons on Groupon. So yeah. And my okay, at this session she also proceeds to tell me that she hopes the next person that does my skin tightening and cool sculpting knows what they're doing, because she's quitting. And when they hired somebody who has never done cool sculpting or skin tightening a day in their life, and that's who I'm supposed to have my next session with. I was like, they trying to kill me. Like, they trying to kill me. What is going on? I felt like I was in a whole Twilight Zone, man. I was like, I can't believe it. And I just realized I was like a lot. So excuse me on that part. But I was really shocked. I was so shocked. And this place that I was going to, it was like 10-15 minutes from my house. So I had to, well, not, probably more than that, like 20-25. I was like, okay, like I'm done. But I did go back. I met the next lady for my last bonus free section, and she was a nice lady, and she seemed pretty competent to know what she's doing. And she also advised me that the temperature I had been experiencing was not normal. I was like, oh my god, I've been getting burnt this whole time. Like, I mean, but they were like little bitty, like these big. So She was like, she apologized. She put, like, she was like, when you start feeling that, they're supposed to put like extra cream and stuff on. It's not supposed to be uncomfortable. Like, when I tell you this thing was so hot, I'm like, but I'm trying to take it because I want the best results. And she told me that the pain was gonna give me the best results. So when it was all said and done, after all this heck completed, I saw a little bit of change, but not much. And I'm wearing the waist trainers. I'm doing everything at this point to like, because I was so determined, and I still don't see a change. So I went back to trying to do it the old-fashioned way of working out. But I love bread products. I love bread. I love muffins. I love cake. I love it. I have a weakness, people. I have a weakness. But anyway, I digress. So that was all a waste of my time. I got racially profiled and told that I was lazy and all this other kind of stuff. It was terrible. It was terrible. But I was unbothered. I'm a genuinely happy person. I don't hold on to stuff. So I was just like, something was really wrong with that lady. And I pray for her next colored person at her new clinic. Like, all right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Storytime with DieshaShakela. And I just had to share that because it was so bizarre. Like, it was so freaking bizarre. Y'all have no idea. It was so bizarre. And I had never told anybody that. So here you are. Go with someone that knows what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. Go with somebody who really and truly knows what they're doing. I have not been to Sona Met Spa. I do want to go, so we'll see. It's not a priority anymore. I'm not so gung-ho on it. I've learned to accept myself as I am. So yeah, that part. But yeah, so crazy, so bizarre. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want, comment. I'm out. Oh, by the way, buy my basket. Support the channel by buying a basket. I'm gonna put the links in the description. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching all of my mess, my wisdoms, my experiences. I love you, and I'm out. Oh.
I been getting to the money. Everybody mad. I think I'm getting too much money.
It go like